Welcome to episode 207 of the Fully In It podcast. Last week, we talked about the visual elements of branding your business and what to focus on so that people are drawn to what you do and they want to work with you. This week, what we're going to be talking about is your messaging. And when your messaging is on point, your people will be so compelled to work with you or purchase from you, and it will make all the difference in your revenue. If this speaks to you and you are ready to turn up the heat on your messaging and call your best people in, let's go ahead and dive right into this episode. Welcome to the Fully In It podcast with Kate Saffel, a show for powerful moms growing life-changing businesses while showing up intentionally for their families. I teach you how to create a family-first and profitable business in less time by leveraging simple strategy, mom life-friendly systems, and above all, the mindset of going fully in it. You ready? Okay, I have been so excited to talk to you about this topic. I have always loved thinking about messaging, teaching on messaging. I find that it is one of the most important elements that can make or break your business, because when you know how to speak to your best people, right, it's almost like a faucet that you can just turn on and the right people will find you and the wrong people will go away. And this is so good because we want to really clarify who it is that our products or our services are meant for and who they are not. So whether you have already done some work around the messaging in your business, or this is a brand new topic for you, I guarantee you are going to walk away from this episode with some new skills and perspective that you can take immediately and go work on in your business. This is the kind of information I would put in a paid masterclass, but I want you to have it. So do well with it, take it and run with it. And I can't wait to hear from you and hear how this has changed your business for the better. Okay, so I think of messaging, really good messaging, like inviting someone into a story. I learned about this approach many, many years ago. I actually went to a conference called the Storyline Conference. In 2015, Donald Miller was the one who hosted it, and he did a segment in the afternoon that was about messaging and marketing, which was so interesting because at the time he was primarily known as an author, and he has since transitioned into doing business coaching essentially, which is just, to me, is so fascinating. But when he gave that talk, he shared how when you are writing your copy for your website, for your social media, for any avenue in which people, the public, are going to see it, your potential customers are going to see it. And he said that it should mimic the hero's journey, that every human being is on their own hero's journey. And you, the business owner, are the guide. You're the sidekick. You are Gandalf, right? You're guiding on the way to the ring. And what often ends up happening is that business owners, especially in today's day and age with social media the way it is, business owners often think they are the center of the story. And so consequently, and you may be doing this, they write all of their copy about themselves. And sometimes this can work because people love a good story. People especially love stories that show success and dreams accomplished and big life changes because it inspires us and it moves us to take action in our own lives. But if all of your content is centered around you, this actually becomes a detractor and it can turn people away because they can't see themselves in your story. They want to see themselves in their story. So whether you sell digital products, you sell bookkeeping, you sell consulting, you are a coach, whatever you do in your business, it really doesn't matter, because this is a fundamental need that humans have, which is to feel like they are the hero or the heroine of their own story. So that is lesson number 1. Does your copy, your messaging, invite your best people to see themselves as the lead in their own lives? So that's 1. The second part of this that is so important is understanding what emotionally moves and motivates your people in life. Everyone is either running away from something or they're running toward something. And your job as a business owner is to understand your people's motivations. What do they want to avoid? What are they trying to get away from? What do they desire? This is what they're moving toward. What gets them out of bed in the morning? So when you can clearly define what are my people running away from and what are they running toward, you start weaving this into your copy. And the more specific you can be, the better. You don't want to be vague. Now, why do we be vague? Or why do we be? Why is our messaging sometimes vague? Well, it's because there's a part of you that wants to speak to everyone, and you're afraid of leaving someone out. And so you broaden your message so much that it speaks to no one. When I am writing copy, you know what I love doing? I will picture one of you. I'll picture one of my clients, a past client, a current client, someone in my community, someone who I spoke with in DMs. It doesn't really matter. I will think of a woman and I will think through our conversation, and then I will write directly to her. Because what this does is it helps me be really clear and refine my message so that someone out there is going to read it and be like, oh my gosh, Kate, you are in my head. And that is a comment I've gotten so many times over the years because I haven't been afraid to be really narrow in what it is that I'm saying. Another thing that I have always done is that when I am writing copy, I speak to you, like a singular person, as if you and I are having a conversation instead of speaking to a large room. This makes such a difference because it feels so much more personal for the person on the receiving end. They feel like they're in a conversation with you. So I would just review some of your copy and notice, are you writing as if you're speaking to a big group of people, or are you writing as if you are talking to just one person? This will make such a huge difference. Now, I want to circle back around to the part around emotions and what they want, because this also plays a huge part in your messaging. And this is what has helped me as well to just speak so clearly to my people and really call them in. So what I really love to do is to make a list of all of my best people's thoughts. These are the thoughts that maybe they're struggling with. These are the challenges that they're having. I consider this their before state. So before they work with me, what are they thinking? How are they feeling? So I also clarify what emotional state they're in. Are they frustrated? Are they overwhelmed? And then what actions are they taking or not taking because they are thinking what they're thinking and they're feeling what they're feeling. So your thoughts create your emotions influence your actions. And when you have this information, right, what you're able to do in your copy is you're able to speak to exactly how the person that you want to reach, how they're thinking right now. What are those internal conflicts that they're dealing with that they think nobody else gets, that nobody else understands? What are they feeling emotionally? What's driving them on a daily basis? And how is that impacting their actions? Now, sometimes when we feel a certain way, we feel a certain emotional state, it actually causes inaction. So like, let's say you're feeling like your person is feeling overwhelmed. Are they going to be taking a lot of action? Probably not. But what will they be doing? They might be scrolling their phone, researching, like laying around on the couch, avoiding things. Procrastinating is was one that one of my clients many years ago coined. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's like so accurate, right? You feel overwhelmed. You don't want to deal with the things you need to do. So you're puttering around the house and it feels like you're accomplishing something, but you really aren't. So you got to figure this out for your people, right? Your people are different than my people. And I would just get clear on where are they at before they find you. Then you want to do the same thing for what is the after result? What will they be thinking after they work with you or after they purchase from you? What will their emotional state be? And what actions will change in their life? Like, who will they become afterward? And then a good piece of copy speaks to both of these things. It speaks to where they're currently at and then where they want to be. So I really like doing a before thought, a before feeling, before action, and then following it up with the afterthought, the after emotion, and the after actions that they're taking and the result that ultimately creates in their life. Because again, right, we're weaving them into their own story as the hero or the heroine of their life. And you want to give them something tangible, something juicy that they can hang on to, like a visual of like, oh my gosh, this is what is going to happen after I purchase from this person. Now, right, sometimes we think like, oh, I'm just selling this product or I'm selling that product. And it's not that, in depth. But I want to really push back against that. I want to really challenge you because, again, we're selling to humans. And whether you sell vacuum cleaners or you sell coaching, there is still a result that your people are hoping to get from buying from you. Okay? The final thing is that when you are doing your messaging, if you are going to communicate about yourself, which you will a little bit, you want to be clear on what your differentiators are from other people in your industry. What makes you different? What makes you unique? And no, you don't want to write this like, this is why I'm different and this is why I'm unique. You don't want to do that. You want to subtly weave it into your messaging. And this may come in the form of what you believe and what you don't. Where is your line? What will you do and what will you not do? What do you value? What do you stand for? You do have to be careful sometimes, right? Sometimes we want to be cautious about putting too much of our own personal, political stances, beliefs, and things like that into your copy, but it will clarify your people. So use it with caution. But again, like I said in the beginning, we don't want this to be the hero story about us. However, including some personal details about you, especially if you are in a service-based industry, right? Like you're consulting, coaching, bookkeeping, virtual assistant, web design, anything like that. How do you stand out from everyone else that is doing the same thing as you? And this is where your values really do matter. There's a reason why people get business coaching from me versus the other hundreds, I don't even know, maybe thousands of business coaches that are out there. It's because of what I stand for and how I live my life, how I raise my family, and how I lead myself in my business that sets me apart. And for whatever reason, that's why you are listening to this podcast. And if you've coached with me, this is why you've been drawn to working with me. It's because there's something about me that you see reflected in you, and it creates a connection. And at the end of the day, really good messaging is about connection. So I want to encourage you to work on your writing. You don't have to be a writer to be good at messaging, but I want you to give this some more thought. Do that before and after exercise that I recommended. Analyze your own copy and look at, are you the hero or are your people the hero? Are you speaking to one person or are you speaking to a group? Are you clear on what they are running away from and what they are running toward? Those things are going to all make such a huge difference in your messaging. And if you want additional support with this, you got to come into the Family Fueled CEO Mastermind, because this is just the next level scaling container for moms who want to simply grow their business with a strategy that is family first. And so, of course, we are going to dial in all these elements of your business strategy, your messaging, your time management, how you balance home and business to ideally free you up so you can make the revenue you desire in less time while creating your dream family life. I am currently enrolling for that, and you can find more information at happierInmotherhood.com/mastermind. We start August 10th, so I would not dilly-dally. If this has been on your heart, get in there, apply, and I cannot wait to see you in this next round. It is going to be so good. Okay, I hope that this episode served you and it gave you just some information that you can really run with. Thank you so much for being here with me. I'll be back with another episode next week, and I hope that you have an amazing week ahead. See you soon.